The CEO of Crunchyroll just dropped a bombshell that anime is no longer niche but mainstream, amongst other huge reveals. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. You're watching the channel Dr. Applesauce. My name's Will. It's another beautiful day here in Texas. I hope you guys know that I love you, God loves you, that there is an awesome plan for your life. In interesting news, the CEO, the head honcho of Crunchyroll, just did an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, and in this interview, the CEO actually answered some really interesting questions that proves credence to a lot of speculation that I've had, a lot of speculation a lot of other people have had. On the backside of Demon Slayer Infinity Castle's massive success, reaching over $600 million in ticket sales right now, there's a lot going on, and the CEO of Crunchyroll actually shows some really interesting revelations about how that came about, their thoughts as a company about anime being mainstream, and the future of where this movie might stream, the future of anime in Oscars and other awards, and things of that nature. Crunchyroll CEO Rahul Parini said that he's been saying for 3 or 4 years that anime is no longer niche. The anime audience isn't niche, but it's mainstream and it's widespread, and that Demon Slayer Infinity Castle and the results from the movie sales have shown that, have proven that it is a very mainstream thing that people want, and then having that done on such a massive platform like the box office that's across the world and has hundreds of years worth of experience proving numbers and data is the perfect platform to prove this. Now, a really interesting question that I've asked several times is, does the success of Demon Slayer Infinity Castle mean that Crunchyroll is going to go bigger and better, not only on the future Demon Slayer movies, but on other projects? What does this mean for Crunchyroll's future as far as putting capital and resources behind other projects for other anime, as well as the future Demon Slayer Infinity Castle movies? And in response to that question, Parini said they're still in the midst of dealing with the first movie's release, so all I can say for now is that we're working closely with our partners to make sure the next 2 movies are going to be just as amazing, if not better. Basically, what that means is the answer is yes. With the success of Demon Slayer Infinity Castle in theaters, that future projects through Crunchyroll will be just as good, if not better, than that movie, which is really exciting. A couple other really interesting points about the Demon Slayer Infinity Castle movie and other streaming platforms is The Hollywood Reporter asked Parini, will Crunchyroll have the sole streaming rights to Demon Slayer Infinity Castle? And the political answer to that was that basically they would like to have that, but it's up to Aniplex and it's up to Ufotable and all of the people involved with the production on who's going to actually get those rights, and or if it's going to be kind of across a bunch of platforms. Parini was also asked if he thought that other platforms like Netflix and Hulu and other theatrical solely based platforms, if they were going to see the success that Crunchyroll has had with Demon Slayer Infinity Castle, and if they were going to attempt to do the same thing as well. And Parini obviously said yes, he thinks that other platforms are going to see this and follow suit. And what this means is that what Crunchyroll has done with Infinity Castle, a bunch of other platforms are going to see. They're going to see what was achieved and the money that was made, and we're going to see potentially Netflix and Hulu and other platforms and other production companies that only focus on theatrical releases wanting to jump in on this and be a part of it. So what that means to me as an anime fan is that we're going to be getting some really good theatrical release anime movies, and that's solid. Additionally, Parini said that they think Demon Slayer Infinity Castle deserves any award that it's eligible for as far as like large scale American based awards, and that they're going to advocate for it to be eligible for all of those awards, which is also really, really huge. Now, this whole thing isn't just about Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. It makes a big deal that the CEO of Crunchyroll is coming out and saying that he's been pushing to tell people for 3 to 4 years that anime is no longer niche, that anime is mainstream. On top of that, that they actually had a lot of really important strategy sitting down with different countries and different studios and coming up with the right ways to market this movie across the world. This is something that we haven't really seen before, and I want to hammer in that this is bigger than Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. This is the first expedition that we're seeing into a studio making an animated or an anime movie theatrical release done really, really, really well. And it's paid off, and it's showing that it's competing, and if not doing better than a lot of major blockbuster releases. And like I said, I don't want this to just be about Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. While it deserves all the praise, this is a really interesting and exciting precursor for what we could get in the future as far as anime movie theatrical releases, and maybe even some better marketing and better event management of these releases in our country, if not around the world. It is very exciting because I have been saying for a while that anime is no longer niche. Anime is mainstream, because I've been here since 2001 when anime was incredibly niche, when we had one Sanrio store at the mall that we would go to hopefully find some bootleg Dragon Ball Z shirts, or go wait in line at Best Buy every few months for the new volume of the new anime that I want that's going to have the next 4 episodes on it that cost me $25. I've been here since anime is niche, and seeing this happen with Infinity Castle, combined with the CEO coming on and saying on record, this officially is no longer niche and is definitely mainstream, and here's all the strategies that we implemented, and here's what we expect to happen, and other people to essentially jump on this bandwagon. It's really cool for somebody that's been a fan for over 20 plus years. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. That's free for you to do, and it really does help. And like I always say, find somebody to love and serve today. Be the change you want to see in the world. See you next time.